But I got a quick question. We got two musical people here today. So this is my question. Is there some support for Amy? Because every week that microphone don't seem to work. And I don't got a musical background, so I don't know what's going on. But every time the people want to hear the voice, but it's always something with the microphone. Someone help me, like Elliot, Summer, what you got?
Amy, is the mic broken? What?
Look, I'm sick, okay? I have bronchitis. And these guys know I've been sick. So that's why I can't sing. Look, I even have my inhaler right here. Yes, I even have my inhaler. That's
everything
why I can't sing.
Amy, it's okay. Everything is forgiven, except if you have a Samsung. Except if you have a Samsung.
You know, this is where we look what's happened. We literally came into this. What is it, Elliot?
Haters gonna hate. It's okay. All good.
Lisa already apparently she's so quick with it. She's already here.
Samsung.
Oh, apparently, because she says she is no crapple. You know, Brian, before you tuned in, I'll let you kind of jump in. Sam was like, "Hey, where's Brian? Stop the press and stop the show." So, Brian, introduce yourself for those out there as well who don't know about you. Elliot, we have to show you and bring you up to speed on the secret guest we have. We tapped into something that I don't think that you're ready for, but we went back in time and we got baby Brian in the house. You'll see what baby Brian is here shortly, but it's one of our mainstays that we have on the show. But Brian, go ahead and introduce yourself to the peoples, and then we shall continue.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, DP. Appreciate you guys holding it down while I was battling the internet funk. Got a storm rolling through, and a little wind knocks it out. You get a stampede of cattle, and it runs over the one line of internet that we got. So, no, appreciate it. No, I'm Brian Lofton, disabled Army vet from 90 to 93, and just hanging out with these beautiful people. Great to see Ray and Elliot here. Man, I've been soaking your music up all over the place.
It's been amazing, and we'll talk about this here in a second. But the power of music, I'm telling you, some of the veterans that have been listening to this stuff, who were not privy to the amazing work that you guys are doing. I like to really talk about who you are as a person, right? Because again, I can see the music, I can see what you're doing, but when you understand what Tim is writing, when you understand what Elliot's singing, it starts to take a whole different, tone for a lot of our veterans to be able to respect and understand, like, okay, now that I understand with you and I rock with you, I want to support. And I tell you, we got, the man, the myth, and legend. He's out there, Jerry Adams, Navy from the 60s. Yes. And he said, look, I am rocking with CMR. And I was like, man, look, there's nothing more you can say when you got an old school veteran from the 60s in the Navy that says, look, I don't do the rap thing, but I'm rocking with what TMR is doing. I think that's the power of our community. But Brian is in the house, so I'm glad that he's able to kind of be here with us. Had a little bit of issues, but hey, we got through it. So
hey, I got to show off my new swag anyway, right? So I've got,
yes,
I got my little hat here. Of course, it doesn't fit, but
we should all wear hats. You know what? We should. Hey, I want to make you feel comfortable, so we all should wear hats like that.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! You know what?
I wasn't smart enough to do it the right way, so TMR's got,
Yeah, I'm gonna. Hey, I rock with you, man. I rock with anything you're about. I'm with it. I'm with it. Oh, look at that baby!
Look! Baby Brian is here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So people want to ask, people want to know. You gotta give them what they want, because it's Friday.
Just another Sunday.
This is Elliot. This is before his service-connected shoulder went down. But if you notice, for those that haven't seen this, it's only that same shoulder that keeps going up. So he's technically has had a pre-existing injury, because that left shoulder works, but that right one, it's never been working.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that I don't have rhythm, because I'm just, now I've got an excuse.
This is Baby Brian. People need Baby Brian. It's a long week. Listen to the lyrics. You know what? We're here. That's what matters. Could have been anywhere else, but here we are. at that. Even Elliot just got the bug. I don't see Elliot's shoulders too much, because he might be service connected. Don't move the shoulder. Don't hurt yourself.
We don't want to aggravate any injuries.
All right, we'll go ahead and tell Baby Brian to go ahead and take a nap. But yeah, that was part of our time capsule of taking it back to a time where Brian had a little more dexterity in his shoulder area compared to now.
Every time you play that song, it reminds me of Aaron.
It does.
I feel like, is that when you started that?
It was randomly. We put it on. We found Baby Brian, and the rest is history. To the business at hand. Before we get to things, Sam is coming in. We're Team Apple.
I knew I liked Sam for some reason.
Eric is coming in. Said I tried telling him to get an iPhone so I could get him in Clubhouse. Look, Elliot, you have to take this one up with Eric. I don't know what's going on here.
I gotta pick it up with Clubhouse, apparently.
We got, let's see, Pamela's in the house with an apple. Lisa said, screw that noise. I'm gonna say it again, Team Android, in case you didn't get it the first time. We got Evelyn in the house saying hello to you, Elliot. Evelyn Miller coming at us from YouTube saying what is up. Let's see here. Frank is coming at us with an apple. There's a little boo action going on in the crowd. It's getting kind of crazy. Not only does Evelyn give a shout out to Elliot, but she's also representing and coming on the flank and supporting Team Android. Let's see here. Yes, indeed, today is Ret Day. Definitely thinking of all those that are deployed out there right now, for sure. Let's see here. For those watching, you'll see it down below. Comment your branch of service, the years that you served. So we go ahead and pop that up and, shout out the service that you all have done, the times that you were in. All that really matters is that you served the country and the branch you were in. I don't care if you were a cook. I don't care if you were infantry. I don't care if you flew a plane or fell out of a plane. What matters is you did what you did. Let's see. We have a few comments. We got Jay in the house coming at us with an iPhone as well. Let's see here. Let's see. I was just going to type, where is Baby Brian? It's a staple. People don't see Baby Brian, the show can't start correct.
Yes.
What's going on,
Wow.
Christine? My sister Christine from Clubhouse. She's doing amazing things.
Oh, from Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Clubhouse.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to all my people who can get on Clubhouse.
Hey, you know what? Our Samsung users are kind of like the Marines. The proud, the smart.
Thank you for your service, Christine. U.S. Army, 10 years. Appreciate you for being here. We got Floating Amy. Yes, we had to move her up a little bit to give space for the comments. So, Amy, you are floating for show today. Let's see. We got Austin Williams in the house. U.S. Navy, 78 to 98. I'm gonna tell you right now, Timmer, Elliot, I'm glad y'all here because we got literally all the branches kind of coming together. Some of these veterans are giving some dates I don't believe. Austin might have meant 88 to 98. I don't know about this 78 stuff, because with that face, I think Austin might have been born in 75. So I don't know how you serving when you're 3 years old. Austin, we have to put you 214. I don't believe it.
That's verification.
I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for being here. You definitely are appreciated for being here. It's amazing. We see some of these veterans, you see the years they served, and you're like, Austin, you was in 78? Are you sure you weren't just in like a few days ago? Because you're looking like, the rest of us. We need to do something better. But thank you for being here.
Is Jerry here?
I don't know if Jerry is here. We'll see in a second here. Christine jumping in on Team Apple. Uh-oh.
See, I just can't do it.
I had an Android and an Apple, and Apple ate some. Uh-oh.
Little typo.
I don't know what is happening here, but
misspelled easier to use.
Evelyn is not letting go. Evelyn's not letting go the front. She is holding it down.
And I'm giving her credit. Every time she says it, I'm tallying it. So she said it 3 times. Elliot has four tallies.
Tio's in the house. Army 05 to 13. Apple all day. Used to be Android. A defector.
We was talking about this. You see how it's looking, Elliot. You see how it's looking, bro.
Like when we hear more Apple, it's just gonna have to just be. You know what I mean? It's right now. That's who.
I agree. We need to sound that horn.
Elliot, you're awesome, but this will return to Apple in 2014 and will not look back. Come on, brother, let's go.
God.
Elliot, I'm sorry to feel. Look, I promise you, this is not an intervention. This is not, I repeat, an intervention. Hey, matter of fact, hold on for a second. Where is it? Hey, Elliot, we're here just to read a letter to you, if you don't mind. It breaks me up to have to see you using that. That is not what's happening here. I thought I was here to talk about some music. We're streaming it on the right device first. We need you on iTunes.
We love you, Elliot. We're here to support you.
You know what's crazy is I downloaded his album on iTunes. He can't even download his own album on iTunes.
Oh no! For the record, I came into this conversation afterward. Elliot's coming with something. I don't know what it is.
Yo, Amy, you are wild. Yeah,
we got the album on the phone.
It's like, but honestly, when I was thinking about, his shout outs to promote his new album, I was thinking, isn't that something like we're gonna be like, hey, go to iTunes, download his album? I know.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, for all the people talking all this stuff, this is what has to happen. All of Team Apple has to go out there now and buy Elliot's album only on iTunes. Only on iTunes. That is the only way to make this whole situation make sense. Because literally, this might be the first and last time Elliot comes on the show. He might be like, look, man, I ain't trying to come in for all this.
No, Elliot wants this. He wants it.
Eric said,
it's all gravy.
It's all love, man.
We could start
like
a GoFundMe for an Apple.
Oh no.
Yeah, we should do that. Do a GoFundMe so we can get him an Apple.
I bet you. I wouldn't be surprised if we raised enough money tonight.
Hey, we had an auction.
Do you see me disappearing? I'm just gonna go ahead and do like one.
Well, Elliot, I was gonna get a new phone anyway because I wanted to just upgrade. So
Lord.
so I could just give you mine. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you want to upgrade, you got to get a Samsung because that's the only thing that's better than the iPhone. So.
Well, no,
you're not really gonna be upgrading. You're gonna be doing this equal.
Well, I made the iTunes charts on my Apple phone. So,
well, I have trust on this.
So I could give you.
It wasn't supposed to be this way. There's a part, Elliot, on our Friday Night Live show where we transition to a segment called "All Control Has Been Lost." We're not there yet, but we're teetering on losing all control.
We're getting there.
And we haven't even got to the beginning. Oh Lord Almighty!
I blame Amy. Amy brought it there.
Amy, you started this.
I blame.
She just cuts to the chase.
She did. She cut right to it.
Yeah, literally, like no warm up at all.
I was gonna do some rapping.
As you were gonna rap.
You want me to?
That literally, you broke the internet in some shape, fashion, or form. Literally, that just happened.
I'm gonna break it right now. You want me to bust a rap for you? I did this one. Y'all ever heard of Please Music, One Time Rapper? You ever hear that guy? His name's One Time. So,
One Time. He's a cop, right?
Yeah, One Time's a cop, right? So he called me up. He's like, "You want to do a collab?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Absolutely." He's like, "I'm gonna be the good guy. You're gonna be the bad guy." I'm like, "Damn." I guess I gotta fit the profile. So
that was hilarious.
I do this rap in the middle and then it goes.
Uh-oh.
It goes, are you guys ready?
Ready?
Yes.
TMR, you ready? It goes,
Yeah, as ready as I'm
I
gonna
was born in heaven, cast away to hell, where the fear of darkness and hate prevail, where the true believers who know my name know not to speak it or feel my pain. I'm a cancer that has a disease that won't stop till it sees the destruction of all that is good. You know my name, right? It's evil. I knew that you would. So that was like my little spot.
be. What it reminded me of Devil Went Down to Georgia. What's that song?
It was kind of because I
Kinda
was
like
the
that
bad guy. I was the bad guy, and he was the good guy. But yeah, he's way better rapper than I am. Anybody's a
That
better
was
rapper.
that was actually nice. Like,
And then
not gonna be,
like,
I'm not
I grew
even BS you that because you're musical, so you still know the cadences and things.
up. Yeah. You get DP's laughing. But one of the first raps that I can remember trying to memorize was Poor Righteous Teachers. Did anybody remember Poor Righteous Teachers? Nobody remembers it? DP, Poor Righteous
No.
Teachers. Ready?
No.
I'll fire it. I learned this when I was 12.
He's coming.
Am I a youngin' or what?
Yeah, you're too young. It goes like
Yeah,
this,
probably.
and you got to check out Poor Righteous Teachers after this, right? Because it goes up. It goes once again, yes, my friend, if I just to build up my empire. Poor righteous teachers, themselves poor righteous triers. Yeah, now that they succeeded, they must see that we suggested. Cause now they're even students to the teacher and the lesson. No guessing. Well, how like the former deep hypothesis. So this is cause I'm dropping this PRT posse rocking. Smooth with the roughness, this sexy style. Yeah, how can I live with the rhythm of the soul? Check styles coming up real sex, that the rhythm. They go Puyasi posse dying, can I keep up with it? They rock it, they roll meaning step. Pack up the equipment, that's the posing that they rep. You know the teachers treat your show was on the travel, yo, let's go. Pack up the equipment, get me back into the ghetto. Like that was my jam.
Yeah. Get out of here. Hey, can we get him a horn, DP? Can we get him a horn?
like seriously. You gotta get the horn for that.
Dope. That's actually dope, man.
Yeah. Poor righteous teachers, man, back in the day.
And that's why me, Amy, and whoever wants to join in on that what's that, Veteran Idol or whatever. We need to get that going.
Yeah.
Tonality, the cadence,
For sure.
the inflection. You had everything there. The timing, it was all there. Like I could tell. I was
go ahead, Amy.
You
Tell them about your idea, because you know Dave needs to hear it now about your concept.
Oh, she got the microphone.
You know she did.
She can't talk without that.
I have this. So I will just say that I agree with music is therapy. I can't sing, but music is my therapy. So I like to sing with my microphone very loudly, and I have this dream of having this veteran idol, and yes, and I'm a judge on Veteran Idol along with music artists. So we got Elliot and TMR, and now you could join us too. And I'm gonna be the one that says yes to everybody, because
Like you have to be like the judge is there, just like a celebrity judge, but not really holding any weight, because you don't just gotta be there and just.
TMR already said I could be a
Yeah,
judge.
no, Amy's in because I'm gonna be like, nah, I'll be the Simon.
Yeah, so I'm always gonna be the good person.
She'll be the-
judge.
You'll be like the Paula. Was it Paula? Paula Abdul?
Yes, it's gonna take 3 people. So imagine if you have Elliot, TMR, Dave, and myself.
We need Dave. We need Dave to get the rock.
Those 3 will be the real judges, and then I'm just gonna be the one that says yes to everything.
Elliot said that TMR can be the mean one. He could be the Simon Cowell.
Thank you, Elliot, for giving me permission. I really appreciate that, Elliot.
You have to work on your English accent, though.
Yeah, your English accent. We haven't heard it.
You have absolutely no reason being on that stage. As a matter of fact, you have absolutely no reason to ever walk on the face of the earth ever again.
Again.
Wow.
If you find the nearest volcano, please throw
in.
yourself into it and pretend your existence did not exist. Thank you. Leave the stage now.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I think it would be so fun to do a Veteran Idol, and so Elliot already has the domain of Veteran. What is it? Veterans Got Talent.
No, I have military's got talent.
Yes. And so I think it would be fun. There are so many veterans that are talented. I think it'd be super cool. And, you know, like maybe the winner gets to collab with you guys or something like that.
Well, I want to find out if Dave what does Dave think about this concept that Amy has been trying to infiltrate on all of our sessions here. What are your thoughts, Dave?
I say we just do it.
Yes.
Just do it, right?
I'm telling you, DP,
Veteran Idol.
Because here's the thing, like they like the American Idol you see ain't happening like right now. It happened like 8 months ago when they went to filming in Universal, and they took a week and filmed the whole damn thing. Everybody changes outfits, the whole night. You can tell because damn Simon Cowell's beard only has one stage of growth happening, so it's all a lie, right? I don't believe nothing in Hollywood anymore.
Yep.
I'm done with it. So I say we just rent a studio, get about 20 really solid acts, pretend like we're doing interviews with these people, get their background stories, get their mission, get where they're at, and just, if you want me to executive produce this thing, I can do that for you. I got the people.
Please. It seems like Dave got his mind. It seems like Dave.
All over.
And I'll just Dave can executive produce. And I got mad people on the roster. I can A&R, do all that type of stuff.
If you got the people on the roster, I got a couple people. I got people in country. I got people in rock. You got hip hop, and then we can also do like people that do like miraculous things, like I don't know, walk on their hands with a tiger on their feet or something, like crazy. You know what I mean? Like just great, and juggle while they're doing it, right? So like, we can do all kinds of stuff with this, and yeah,
I think it'd
like
be so
snake
cool.
charmers. I think it could be cool too. It'd be really cool.
It'd be so cool.
People are loving it. Lisa is on board with it. Frank said he'll literally daggone build a stage and support and manage and do whatever it may be.
Yes.
So yeah, their support.
So when we gonna meet about this? Let's get it. Action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's put another group together on the side and definitely.
Sure.
I said I got production companies and things like that that have everything you need for the stage and the backdrop and everything. I got those people in place.
I'm so excited.
It could be really cool. I really actually think it's a great idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys are just gonna blow the lid off of stuff. You know, it's you're gonna create this whole new.
Yeah, so, and that's where I think once the framework is put in place, then it's just finding those that have a talent, want to step up and do something, and get those names, get those submissions.
Marine guy, you've seen a Marine guy that does the pull up.
Yeah.
Like people that have like those kinds of things, they can just be like the side note, like the auditions people, but they're still getting out their name. They can still like push, you know what I mean, content for them.
You're not going to Hollywood, but you got on here. No, I love it. I think that's definitely something that, again, you got enough action people to make it happen. We just have to make sure that whatever we do, we get Amy a mic that actually works. Or maybe it should not work. I don't know how that's going to work.
I got an extra one over here if you need this one.
There you go.
Yes.
So yeah, you got.
I'm making a group right now, Dave.
Yeah, let's do that. If you guys don't have one of these little
right
Shure
now.
mics, it's the internet Shure mic.
Yes.
I'm not even giving a plug. It's just a great mic, great sound.
The Shure 70 B7 or
SM7V.
I'm gonna need to upgrade.
Yeah, you do need to get rid of the karaoke mic.
Yeah, but no, we can definitely do that.
Ready to go.
I tell you, I love the fact that Dave literally laid down some bars, showed us some rap skills. Amy is super ecstatic because her idea is out there. TMR and myself have been talking about just the possibilities that are endless to do things. So, I always believe that.
I kicked another podcast down like next week, so you good, dude. I was gonna do another one at 10. They missed their window. Sorry, well, this one was way too cool. TMR came on. I'm like, I'm gonna be staying here. So.
Yeah, we're good. It's just like, oh, wait a second, change of plans. But we talked about this, and TMR could tell you, it's to me, and Dave, you'll appreciate this. I think our intent has always been to hold space and create something and do something unique and special for our community. And I think when we come into this, with intent, when we come into this with true intentions to do something and pay it forward, things begin to align themselves. And TMR and I have been talking about doing things, supporting things, putting together collaborations, creating pathways for potential artists to get out there, using our network, using our connections to, basically have these kind of conversations and bring together people. And the possibilities are endless. Putting together concerts, doing collaborations, doing all kinds of stuff. I think all of it is possible. So to me, it's almost interesting because literally me and TMR had this conversation about a week and change ago, and we've been having this conversation of just like literally how far can we imagine to do things. So then now we have this conversation. Dave jumps in. He's just like, absolutely, we could do a thing. And like Voltron, you start to see all the pieces come together where it's just like, no, all the stuff is going in the direction that it needs to go. But I believe for sure that, we're definitely onto something because the impact is greater than what we even believe for some people, what that could mean for them to be able to your point, Dave, get that exposure, get that content out there, to have that opportunity and show that, hey, you guys want to create your own stuff, then we'll do our own stuff. We have the resources, the abilities, the know-how, the connections to put together something like that. From concept to action, again, awareness to actually mobilizing our troops, mobilizing our base, our tribe, our community. I think it's amazing. Elliot's here.
I just made the right now. I don't know if you just saw it. I just did it.
Yes.
Yeah. Because we just get it done.
Yes. What would be cool is that you have Elliot, who's kind of the R&B, TMR, who's the rapper, Dave, kind of rock, and then those that want to do it. Like I can just envision you sitting there, like mentoring the people that want to do it and being like, okay, this is what, and then maybe collabing with them and letting them have a chance to sing with you guys. You know how they do that? Like they bring in a special artist.
Wait. Are you talking like we're gonna do? So it'll be like The Voice.
A live collab.
The Voice. It'll be The Voice mixed with America's Got Talent.
Oh yeah, a little bit of everything. But then like if somebody is a huge Dave Bray USA fan, then you walk in and like, Dave Bray USA, and then you talk with them, and then you like can sing with them, and then you give them like some tips or whatever, and sing a little song together. Then you come out stage and then you sing together. I think it would be so cool. I'm super excited. I'm so, just like I was ate up about the military, I'm totally ate up about this kind of stuff. I can't sing. I wish I could. So I just love being like.
And you have support, Amy. Lisa's saying, let's do this. But Amy, you too.
I can definitely lip sing. That's for sure.
Jesse's saying we definitely need a theme song. So literally all the troops are rallying. So, Elliot said we need to have TMR as a headliner to do stuff. It's going to be amazing. Speaking of headliners, TMR, real quickly, talk to us a little bit about the tour, the Free the Patriot tour, what's going on, because I wanted to make sure we also share that as well with the folks watching.
Yeah, right now we're just collecting locations as well as donations, but they get perks along with that, and then we're just going to determine the actual locations. But it's going to be on all major coasts in all the major cities, especially where there's like military bases, because that just makes sense for our audience and stuff. And so if you would go to tophertown.com, he's the one who's taking care of that. Topher's doing the tour portion of everything. And then we're gonna bring along some friends. We'll bring along people like Dave Bray. If he'll join us, we'll bring along Elliot. Just a whole bunch of veteran artists are going to be performing for the public and just show them that we can be united and that we could just bring them some sort of musical relief during these hard times.
No, I love that. I think that's again, mobilizing, getting our folks behind things and being able to do some amazing work and share. I think there's power into that because, again, one of the biggest things we've talked about is moving from awareness and just talking about something to doing something. And I think, we've talked enough, we've raised enough awareness, we've talked about this or doing that. Let's get down to the business of actually putting some action behind things. And that's what I love about the things that are taking place right now, on all sides of the spectrum in being able to connect these pieces. So, I think it's amazing. Elliot did make a comment here, said he'll be the unknown opening tour act.
Oh, whatever.
They'll jump in there.
That's cool.
Stop it.
Yes, stop it. Seriously.
Stop, Elliot. I just added everybody to the group. his national anthem is pretty fire.
Yes. So we know he can sing. Thankful to have with us today Grammy-nominated country singer, amazing human being, IG Live superstar, great American supporter of our troops, airmen, Marines, coasties, and everything around, even the Space Force. Stephen Cade is in the building. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, you guys. You guys are too sweet, and thank you for having me on. Let me just first say, it is a true honor to be able to be on this show with veterans and to be able to utilize my music and my talents to hopefully bring more awareness to all the different things that veterans need to be. You know, veterans are so special, and if you think about even the people that are active military, we cannot give enough praise and thanks and just raise enough awareness for all the things that are going on right now in our country and around the world. My grandfather served in World War II. He was a veteran for basically he was in the Army in this infantry called the Big Red 1 Infantry at 71st Division. And my grandfather had some amazing stories, and from him I kind of lived vicariously through those stories while he was in Germany, and he basically walked across Europe, you know, with that infantry. But the whole thing is that I really feel like music can really keep bringing people back to going, hey, we need to honor the veterans. Hey, we need to honor the military. We also need to honor the people that are protecting us daily. You know, the first responders. We need to honor those folks. So not enough thank you for you guys from my behalf. So whatever I can do with this weapon right here, it's not with that weapon, I'm at your service now.
Stephen, so for those, again, we'll share obviously where you can find Stephen and the amazing things that he has. Before we get there, you kind of got a chance, everyone here watching us, wherever you may be, whether live on the replay, who we are. But we want to also take a second to bring up some of the folks that we have watching in the audience. So one of the things that we do is we make this interactive with the folks that are watching. So you may know this commenter right here. Eric Ranks in the audience saying, "What is up, Stephen?" So shout out to you there. We have one of the best Marines I know, Crayons Ready to Eat co-founder and CEO Frank is in the house saying, "Howdy y'all, looking forward to the show. I promise not to crash the show tonight." Frank low crawled last week. I didn't know you could actually infiltrate digital land, but he found a way. He just wound up one day, and the same way you dialed in, guess what? Frank popped up, and like a ninja, he just, came in here and gave us probably the show's first chocolate seduction session, and we'll leave it at that.
I think that's going to be that whole crayon section.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We got Elliot McKenzie in the house. The R&B veteran is in the house saying it is Friday. We have a variety of folks here. Let's see. Lisa is in the house tuning in. Chaser, one of our amazing supporters as well that has come to the fold. Hey y'all, happy Friday. We have Lisa in the background under the main page saying hello from Colorado Springs. Let's see. We got the man, the myth, the legend, the cook. You know him as Chef T. We know him as Brother Tyrell Morrell. If you get hungry, he can turn it up real quickly in the kitchen and does amazing work with our veterans over at VACI. Let's see. Stephen, we got some requests coming already in. We have Terrell saying, "Amy, sing, Amy, sing."
Yes, well, I'm almost not quite ready yet, but almost.
We'll let you warm up a little bit. Maybe as Stephen starts trying to play on the strings, maybe you might get inspired. We got Heath Urban in the house. Hey guys, cool session this week. We put a like a bat signal, and we said if you're into country music, you may want to tune in tonight because it's about to get a little cool, a little smooth, but not by me. Let's see. And as the comments keep going, feel free to jump on in. Let us know the branch of service you serve and the times that you serve. Stephen, we have with us here another amazing individual. You'll see here a picture coming up on the screen. This is Mr. Jerry Adams. If you see his page, if you see his face, you will say to yourself, it says here, thanks for being here with us, Navy, Vietnam, 66 to 79. And he says 214 verified because I literally said to him, I do not believe you were in Vietnam in 66. You might have been in the Gulf War in the 90s, but that face does not look like a man who was in Vietnam. He sent us his 214. He is truly tapped into the fountain of youth. So this is one of our amazing individuals who served, again, in the 60s, naval warrior officer, coming at us from Greensboro, North Carolina. So I love the fact, Amy Bryan, that he made a point to say DD214 verified. That means, Stephen, that I literally said, I said, Jerry, I don't believe we might have some stolen valor here. You got the wrong year. And he said, I will send you my 214, and he's texted me a picture, and sure as heck, the dates are correct.
Oh my goodness.
So look at that face right there, man. I'm telling you, I'm looking like I'm related to him as a brother. I need to work on something. We have, let's see, Manuel is in the house, coming at us from Ohio, retired Army. What's up, Manuel? Let's see. Heath, veteran coach, disabled Army right now, working on myself. He's coming at us from Spokane, Washington, and South Carolina as much as he can.
Wow.
We got Jesse Melendez, my best friend of life of over 20 years. His better half, Jesse, is here. We acknowledge her, not him. After 20 years of friendship, you don't talk to people anymore. So we got rid of him and brought her over. So the wife is the best friend now. Speak of the devil. Here comes the best friend. If Amy sings, I will donate $100 worth of merchandise to a random viewer, but she has to sing a whole song. And we'll continue coming back to the comments throughout the evening.
I can't sing tonight when we have Stephen Cade on. What is that going to do for him?
It's going to make him sound better.
Could be. It could be. You never know. This could be the night that Amy gets picked up by Universal.
Hello.
There we go.
You talk about speaking it into existence. Come on now. Real quickly, I'd be remiss to not jump in here and do a quick plug to say you can find Stephen Cade at stephencade.com. It is the one-stop shop for all things Stephen Cade, as far as his music, what he is doing, how to get in contact with him, his social platforms, and where to get him. I want to also jump real quickly here to a few songs that he has, so you'll be able to also find this on Amazon. So I'm actually going to bring this up because we're featuring also this stream in Amazon. So if you guys see the description, there's a link to our Amazon store. We're actually live in Amazon right now. And if you're watching in Amazon, you will see that I am actually highlighting this song to be able to get it there. So we have Pinky Promise, which I want to come back and ask you a little bit about it. We also have on his page League of Her Own. So we have that as well being featured on Stephen Cade's catalog on Amazon. And then we also we're highlighting Two Less Lonely People. Tonight, I will venture to say there are 3 people who are not lonely because you're here, Stephen. So I'm just going to put it out there. But Stephen, real quickly, and I love how you started by being able to share your story. So I don't have to ask you kind of why you're here, in the sense of, your ties to the military, your family, and service, the Big Red One. Red Shirt came out. I heard you talk about it the other day, so I pulled it out just because of that. So that actually was intentional. But this song here, we played it last time. So for those that were here before, who remember, we played your song, and it was powerful. It was really touching. And there's something that I really want to be able to kind of ask you about, because I think it goes back to the point you said, and we'll come back again and highlight these points here in Amazon, but specifically to the power of music. And we talked about this on your live the other day. It's for many of our veterans, Stephen, what's going on is we may be dealing with issues. And a catchphrase I like to say is we may be disabled, but not unable. That said, for many individuals, whether veterans or not, who are dealing with mental health conditions, situations, life trauma, whatever it may be, what happens is a disconnect. And coming from my experience, speaking for Brian and Amy as well, it's hard to feel again. Because guess what, Steven? You can't hurt me. And again, for me, right, it happened in Iraq. For Brian, it happened here. For Amy, it happened there. But inside, it was just trauma. And that trauma made it to where the person that left, right, you and me, Steven, we're buddies, but I left. And I didn't come back the same. And a lot of those emotions were repressed and put away because you can't hurt what you can't see, right? You see camouflage, I'm talking emotional camouflage. And I think the power of music to feel, to be able to go beyond what words can do, is the power of why we have been focusing on bringing artists in, because you may be able to articulate something. And I want to kind of tie this to the song Pinky Promise, because many parents deployed, but they didn't come back the same. And a lot of those promises of like, Steven, I'm going to do it right. You know what I mean? When I have my little girl, when I have my little son, I'm going to be the man that, you know, works in there for me, or fill in the blank, and service comes, and maybe you kind of, you know, can't do that anymore. So I think there's a power to music to begin to kind of open up a little bit, which is what we've noticed. Many veterans kind of, when we played your music, were saying things like it was powerful, it was therapeutic, they began to feel things. And I really want to focus on just the feeling part, because you know them, we know them. There's a Vietnam veteran that you may know, a Korean War veteran you may know, or an Iraqi War veteran you may know, who just doesn't want to feel a lot of things because of the pain. And if they say something like, Steven, I heard your music and it just touched me, that's a feeling. And for many, that's a feeling that they may have not felt in 5, 20, 30, 40 years. So I really wanted to just kind of give that context to kind of present from our perspective, being able to talk about mental health, breaking stigmas, how we feel, how I feel, what your music does when I've heard it first, feeling those feelings, hearing the words. Talk to me a little bit about Pinky Promise, because again, that's the one we played just at least to start. What was kind of the motivations behind it? And have you heard anything? What has been some of the feedback that you've received of those that have been able to be blessed by your music?
So I think one of the greatest, if not the greatest thing I'll ever do on this planet is raise 2 kids. When I'm done raising them after they're 18 years old, I will be there for them. I will pick up the phone when they call. I'll open my door when they come home, and I'll welcome them in just like a father would, no matter what happens. And I think that it's passing down, a love and a kindness and respect and integrity and honor into your kids. And I think as parents, we want to do the best that we can. Just like you said, you put it so well. We want to be the super parent. We want to rip our chest open and say, look, I'm super dad, I'm super mom, I don't mess up. And COVID-19 hit everybody really hard, especially musicians. And quite honestly, my family and I, we took a real financial hit, and still have been recovering from that. And I was really busy working on the computer trying to get gigs. My daughter would come up and say, hey, Daddy, can you come out? Can you come play, Tripoli with me, or Monopoly, or ride bikes, or Barbie? Can you play Barbies with me? And when your 9-year-old daughter taps you on the shoulder, it's like you want to just drop everything for them at that moment. But you can't, because you got to earn a living, and you got to put food on the table. And so I would say I can't right now, but I can later. Can we hang out later? She said, well, yeah. Do you pinky promise that you will? And so when she says pinky promise, I mean, she's saying it so innocently. She's not trying to, use any manipulation. She just wants to be with her dad. You know what I mean? And so I said, I can't. I said, I can later. I pinky promise. She's like, well, you can't break a pinky promise. And so I thought, man, that is such an awesome title for a song and a theme for a song. Parents need to be reminded that we only get one chance to do this right. And it's not like we have to put this extra pressure on ourselves, but at the same time, I feel like look, we gotta really try to, model out what it is to be a great parent as much as we can. So that's what this song is. It's just a good reminder of like, slow down for a minute, and you guys are overachievers, the go-getters. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I feel like I'm one of those type of people. I want to just do it all, right? I want to make everything happen yesterday. And it's like, at what cost? At what cost? What do you want to lose those precious moments of going to your daughter's gym, when she goes and does gymnastics, or when she's taking a cotillion class, or if she's for Valentine's Day, you have the little Valentine snacks and they're in there with them. I mean, you'll have those memories, are core memories that you will always take with you. In the end, those are the things you're going to remember.
Yes.
You won't remember making that $100,000. You're not gonna remember that. And not 100,000. Hey, that's wonderful. Hey, ching ching, great, hoorah hoorah. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna care about that, because you know why? I've never seen a hearse pulling a U-Haul.
Hey, hello. Hey, Steven, I think you may have broken up. Can you say it louder for the people in the back in case they missed that one? Say it one more time.
I'd say you don't ever see a hearse pulling a U-Haul, okay? And there is no credit cards, platinum cards in heaven. The currency of heaven is faith and prayer. And you gotta be praying as a parent and acknowledging your family. I really believe that when we go, and I'm a believer, number one, so I should not impose on anybody's beliefs, but I'll tell you, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, and I feel like when I get to heaven, God is not gonna. I'm gonna say, God, I performed all these miracles. I spoke in tongues. I went to church. I tithed. I got on my knees. I praised the Lord. I sang your name. I sang your praises. He's gonna say, Stephen, how did you treat your wife? Let's talk about your wife for a little while. How did you treat your children? The gifts I gave you. I gave you a wife and 2 kids. How did that go? I'm just saying, this is real for me in my heart, what he's going to say. It's great to have all those other accolades and the trophies and the awards and the everything that you get. And since we were kids, we were getting trophies for playing baseball or whatever we did. Yeah. It was such a momentum. It was like one of those things we put on our shelf and go, yeah, I did that. I accomplished that. And that's great to have goals, but man, it's always like pinky promise to me. I see people bawling in the audience. I see dads just like realizing, wow. And I've had parents come up to me and say, thank you for reminding me I need to spend more time with my kids. Thank you. I just ran upstairs and gave my daughter a hug while she was, asleep. Just things like that. That's what music can do. It can remind us to just chill out, man.
Yes. We are live. Oh, everyone has their little teddy bears. Isn't this opportune?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Everyone has their little teddy bears. That was definitely not scripted, to say the least. Wow. I'll have my better half send over. There's a story behind this.
It makes me feel so much better.
So
who doesn't feel better when they're
happy Friday. Apparently something came in the mail and I had no clue why I got a teddy bear with DP on it. It's I don't even know what to call this. This is the DP bear, I guess. The
DP teddy bear.
The DP teddy bear. That it is a
when
thing.
When you need some loving, you just get the hugging.
When you need some hugging, you just get the hugging. There ain't much more that I could say about that. Well, that's one way to completely change the narrative. I think that you guys were chomping at the bits, waiting to unveil the goods
Yes.
I had to make sure that my wife didn't take my DP teddy bear. She's like, oh.
My wife did not take my DP teddy bear, but she definitely was wondering why there was a teddy bear named DP here. So I too, no one was more surprised than I. Welcome to another episode of Friday Night Live. Us here. Let's bring some comments. We got Frank in the house. Someone locked the door because DP's neighborhood ain't opening right now. Because I tell you,
you gotta make sure that little doggy door on the back porch is shut, because he might low crawl through it.
I'll tell you, look, we're gonna get back to Frank, but let's just say Frank found a way to jump into the show not too long ago, and that was pretty interesting. But Frank is here. crayonsreadytoeat.com. Check it out. We're gonna talk about it. CREs, you know, MREs. These are CREs. Matter of fact, Caleb, do me a favor, bring me an MRE. Fun fact: my middle child made a point to say, "Hey, I want me an MRE too." Sure as heck, we want to make a point to get some. So he's definitely gonna follow up in footsteps. It's no challenge for me, but we got some MREs. So if you've seen these before, there's CREs out there that are much better. This to me dessert, so no challenge for me to eat this stuff because I already scarfed that down.
But my question is, what flavors did you get? And did you like?
What flavors did we get? This is macaroni and tomato sauce. There's like a chicken thing, there's a beef thing, and like a veggie thing, I think. So.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so some pretty cool stuff to come. Frank is saying he wants a. What do we call this thing? A teddy DP teddy bear?
DP teddy bear.
A DP teddy bear.
DP teddy bear.
I have to write this down because I'm gonna forget this. This is because I had no awareness of this conspiracy.
So
I wasn't sure how my day was.
What you said, Amy?
So when you got it, were you like, what is this?
Yeah, pretty much. I just kind of put it up, and I got a whole bunch of looks of like, you know, even Legends like, so this is what we're doing now. We just go about here gallivanting with images of yourself. Like, what is that? Fun fact, we do have some caricatures that we've brought up before. This right here is by far one of the best ones that we have. It's Legend and I rocking the Knight in Shining Armor. So me and my service dog doing some amazing things. More importantly, Frank wants one. We got Chevis in the house. Quickly, to Amy's point, apparently there seems to be this thing about what happens in the Air Force versus the Navy. So let me pull.
Air Force versus Army.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you see that? It's I couldn't even put Army into it because it's like my mouth can't sit there and say these blasphemous lies. So you know.
And as long as I've known Alan, let me just say, I have never seen that man go to PT.
So apparently this is an image, a combat image we have here of an Air Force nurse and then an Army nurse. This meme came to me like this. I would never disgrace a picture of our best fighting force ever. The way this was done, this is probably doctored up by an Air Force person, is all I'll say.
And he wasn't even at work. That was the thing. He was at home in the office. I was at their house. And I'm like, is this really what the Army does? First, they don't PT. Then all you need to do is put on your uniform and sit in your chair and talk. And you're on duty. That's how the Army does it.
I don't know, but it seems like there's a lot of hate in that. In that there. But talk to me a little bit about this right over here that we also got. Rewind when someone had some more hair and everything, because that was pre, you know, slick and smooth. Circa, where are we here, Alex?
So we are in 2003, 2004, where we were both deployed to Iraq together. And yeah, I was in my last year of active duty there.
And you were also did you have various MOSs, or you only stood in one field?
No, so I started as a medic and ended as a medic. I knew I wanted to go to nursing school, and ultimately my goal was to go back in the military on the officer side as a nurse. However, once I became wife and we started having children, I realized my dream was going to be put to the side so that I could help Alan continue his.
Saying these questions about what do we think of our service? Would we do it again? Now that you are wearing the mother spouse hat, as a veteran, even, what kind of perspective do you have? When you talk to your kids about maybe them eventually serving, have they brought it up?
It's that it's either books or boots. Oh, there's my Aaron.
There we go.
There we go. So first thought that comes to your mind for this picture, that's what I was ramping up.
Like it tears to my eyes every time.
Oh.
And I'm so proud. I have been in Aaron's life since he was 5, 6. So to see him go from a little boy to an adolescent to this amazing young man that he has become, and then standing next to his dad, I'm beyond proud of who he is. And I'm so proud of Alan for being the example that he is to all of his children.
Nice. That's tremendous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like I told all of our little ones, out of high school, it's either books or boots. And that's kind of, we're trying to lay the foundation of take school serious or you go ahead and join the military, which is also okay. And so I will tell you, my youngest, who is 8, he is all about his dad and all about trying to follow in his dad's footsteps. And then my oldest, who is 11, is kind of like, well, Mom, I think I might go to college. And I said, well, that's wonderful. Do it. And then my girls are kind of right down the middle. They think it's amazing that Mom did it. When they see pictures, they always ask, oh my God, Mom, you actually had a life before we were born. And I'm like, yeah, I did. So they're all...
So that was training to prepare for you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Right. But, to answer your question again, 1,000 times over. I will tell you, if I wasn't as old as I am, I would love to join the military again. But it was kind of, support Alan, because I didn't want to do a dual military role or not have kiddos. And so my kids are my everything.
And emphasis on she would join the Army again.
Army again.
Yes.
Sealed, signed, delivered. Just in case Amy was getting her hopes up. One of the best pictures, Alex, that, when we were talking in having our military, children of the military, of service members, and having those conversations with our kids, I thought was amazing, is this image, which I think to me was just like, this by far kind of just tells an amazing amount of stories. When you see this here, and literally, again, going back to the picture of you and your husband and you guys being together, and now fast forward to being able to kind of create this example, what does this picture kind of say to you looking at it, right? In hindsight, looking at it all together. For me, it's like culmination, but I want to hear your thoughts.
So let me give you a little bit of the background for this picture. We were at his graduation. It was freezing outside. And of course, I'm the mother of all pictures, and so I always want a picture. And so I was like, guys, I want a picture. Can I get a picture? And I said, I want Aaron, I want you saluting Dad, And so, of course, I put them together, and bless Aaron's little heart, straight out of basic training, he was so nervous. He looks at me and he's like, Alex, what do I do? And I said, what do you mean? He goes, how do I do this? And I said, you just stand facing your dad and you render your salute. And of course, he was taught how to salute in basic training, but I had to do it for him and show him, the appropriate way. And so this picture, not only am I proud of it, but it makes me laugh because of the story behind it. And I, Aaron comes to me a little bit more, I think, because I was enlisted, and he only knows Dad as being an officer, even though Alan was enlisted in his younger years. So I always love that he comes to me a little bit over Dad.